Morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Welcome to this Friday's energy healing session with me, Monika Marczuk, at Energy Healing with Monika. Each week we come together. You can join me live or you can catch the replay on YouTube. So if you found me here, please like, share, and subscribe where I come and do free energy healing sessions using BodyTalk and all of the other modalities on my belt to help shift perspective, consciousness, health, and restore vitality. So, in today's work, what we're dealing with is habit. I was really tuning into my body and then tuning into the world. This is for everyone. So, however, your body mind here's this, whatever filters it goes through, what's ready to be shifted will happen instantaneously without harm. But habits can harm us, right? There's a really big difference between having a ritual of making a coffee or having a ritualistic life, meaning that you make your bed in the morning, you have your morning breakfast, your walk, your exercise, maybe your ritualistic for meditation, whatever it is. That's very, very different than doing things out of habit. And so in today's work, we're going to be shifting whatever limiting habits you have, whether they be through a belief, whether it be through an action that you're doing that is being expressed in your life or within your body. So um, I'm going to bring in there's already a burp. So you can feel for yourself within your body what or bring up in your life whatever the things that you say rotely, just repeat it on repeat. So it can be these same old stories, those same old, that same old. And we're going to start to release these habits from the brain. So we're going to take care of the filters of the brain, the filters over the heart, your filters over your gut brain that impact the interconnected web of your fascia. So the fascia system is beautiful and it's quick. The communication within the fascia is so fast. It's instantaneous. It's almost like it's preemptive. So these thoughts that you're having, whether it be, let's say, I'm in pain, or even the habit of always making your coffee with your right hand, we need to start breaking down habits. So am I saying specific habits? No, this is habits, whatever. I'm going to linking this to the prefrontal cortex. So whatever habits keep you stuck, which need to be transmuted into either wisdom or turned into a ceremony, a ritual of doing things. And that's just within a shift of perspective, right? If you're stuck in the same old, and not seeing the magic in the mundane, where there's magic all around you um, and there's magic all around you, feeling huge contraction within my breath and within my gut. So we're just going to do this as a simple dumping of habits. You can think about which habits you have. I'm thinking about mine. My habit is to be hard on myself or to go into forcing myself, thinking that I should be doing more. You could think about what your habits are. I'm going to bring in the prefrontal cortex for everyone here within this session, whoever's listening to the session after, bringing the prefrontal cortex to start dumping habits and habitual ways of doing things out of the brain. So it's like I see the brain in, like, if you were to take it and cut it horizontally. So each of these, we're dumping habits out of these horizontal layers out of the brain. So we're going to anchor that to the heart to individuate. So we're dumping habits that harm out of the brain. Ugh, there's a burp and a release there. Now we're going into habits of the heart, which is very different than So habits of the brain could be, or habits of the mind can be following your thoughts, lack of gratitude, thinking everything's drudgery, same old, same old. Now we're going into the habits of the heart, that habitual thinking of the heart, which comes from the pericardium. And the pericardium can harden as a defensiveness against life. And so this comes into thinking that you're going to be betrayed in love. There's no love. You are unlovable. No one out there who can love you. You're unacceptable as you are, lacking self-love or self-acceptance, compassion, and lacking gratitude is coming up here through the heart. So this habit to mistrust, mistrusting yourself, mistrusting life, mistrusting those around you, and just not seeing any love in your life. So whether that be not experience seeing a lack of love from those around you, or thinking that there is no love. So there's no love to give, and there's no love to be received. So we're going to dump those habits of that thinking out of the heart brain, specifically the pericardium. And we need to relax that pericardium. It feels really, really, really stiff. So I'm going to bring in there is a breath, just a release to the pericardium to soften, a softening consciousness to soften. And we're dumping active memories to those times that you were hurt within love relationships. All right. Now this is linking into, we're doing the same from the gut brain, and in comes that microbiome. And this is habits of eating the same food, even though it harms you, or not wanting to try something new, or not following your intuition with what to eat. So we're dumping from here, from that microbiome, and through that, the microbiome of the small intestines, habit of doing the same old, same old. Whew, so that comes in with a fear of change and not really liking surprises, right? So there's this belief system in here that, oh, I don't want change. I don't want anything to change, but I need things to change, or I want things to change. And so it's this kind of pull, like tug and pull within that small intestines, within that microbiome. So we're going to anchor that habit of doing the same old from that enteric brain, from that intuitive mind, from that intuition in the gut, and also that microbiome where it goes after the same foods over and over. It could be that an imbalance creates cravings. So sometimes when there is a fungus, a candida, when the candida dies off, it craves sugar. So we need to balance that out. I'm going to bring in a body chemistry at the same time, a general body chemistry to that small intestines and that lower digestive system. And I say lower because the digestive system starts about 1 inch away from your mouth, but we're dealing with the intestines, the gallbladder, the spleen, the pancreas, the liver, and stomach, and a little bit of the diaphragm here where it connects to that digestive system. We're going to run a general body chemistry. So if there's any imbalances, any buildup of bacteria, fungus, viruses, intolerances, that can be dumped. Wonderful. And anchoring that to the heart to individuate, we're getting rid of we're not getting rid of, we're shifting the perspective of those habits within the gut. And now we need to bring in the whole fascial system. The fascia system is like an interconnected web of your body, but the communication is instantaneous. There is no delay. There's no delay between the fascial system. And so we're going to integrate these shifts, this new healthy way, this new healthy expression of your body with your fascial system, so that within the fascia, it can start to shift consciousness to being, let's say, more flexible, more open to change, and seeing that the joy in life, seeing the magic in life. Seeing the magic in the mundane. So it could be even really simple, taking great joy in making yourself a cup of coffee, or even if it's sitting on the couch watching some television, or taking a walk, or working, or being with loved ones, or sitting out in nature, meditating. There'll be a shift in those things that you do, those daily experiences from being habit to becoming a ritual and having some gratitude and joy for the moment that you're alive and experiencing this. All right, I'm touching the three brains. There's a nice shift, and I'm going to go ahead and tap this in. What a nice little session. All right. That's all, friends. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this work, and would like to go ahead and share, subscribe, and like, that helps me greatly to reach new audiences, to get healing out to the world. Lord knows we can all use a little bit of TLC and a little energetic tune-up. So I invite you to go ahead and join the community. Let's get this out there for some health and some wellness. All right, see you all next week.